know what happened in the election, who stood with the right side. We are going to Muyenga, and we are going to escort the body of our brother Olanya up to Omoro, and after we lay him to rest in peace. In Acholi, it is our tradition and our culture, and the leaders will come out. There is a way we handle death if we do not know the circumstances in which someone has died. We shall leave that to our leaders and our elders of Acholi. But we would like to refrain those leaders who are misusing National Unity Platform to stop unwarranted attack on National Unity Platform. Our leaders have not been involved in anything. We stand together with the family of Lanya, and we are going to be no more. Iatika Chue, let me speak in Acholi. I'll invite my brother here to translate briefly what I've said and to elaborate more in the mother tongue.
People power, people power. Luani Honorable Charmaj. Perdon tia chel ki kan ni logma bi logoni ka onoro ba ko ni no winyu leba chuli ono dog my niang dog ma chunyi chue bitian log ni ka ngad mo ma tie kinu kan nyu ma olu rom winyu ma nok chi kwang twal kila wori ma o ka ni na ya chuli original pedu chi log ma bi winyu ma ya ki borani en log ma dung no ya ki bora chuli eno Pay work not more bully can pala kind, Nigira yellow, chuli, Gereke low, chuli, a chuli winnie logi, the deep morgan can much out PM. A politic, Mali was telling me upon where you appear aboard your bitch. Petty a chuli mama when you talk it. A chuli madoki when you talk and never go OM. Pay work not more than we. Look at a man who look and pala, who chuli mouti wa, chuli mata you gang. Look, take a man. Pay work top Ulanya could do meeting of Biachara Gangi. Pay work top Ulanya do make a proper Gangi. Pierre Yachuli catch in law top a worry or do me Biachara, Chimirangini, Kai Chama Tibuna Piruka Limi, pay ring. No tell them a doom manica, Tiki America, Kapualuka method, we're getting camp here like a body near Julie when you talk about matter, who be returned, which are still upon with only one material National Unity Platform, you will be a gem well, and now what you know you never want to go. The wood man about welcome Pulu near one of a chair of what became down National Unity Platform, Bill Cherka years, and now Puli, Danuka talk, Petty Cherka you, Petty Law. Umilania wuni ne wadu ramo unega chuli do ramo ero petia chuli mo mabija wadi do hatoni wuna yote ne kubira ngama penge ngaru ne ulanya kibu achuli mo ti wa ngama penge ngaru ne ulanya achuli mo ti wa ngama penge ngaru ne uluke achuli mo ti wa ngama penge ngaru ne uchwar volta pingo pe ya mali chak dong wen pe Uganda lung kuno chuli chang step na machel
Mazima.
Joro keragi kumbero pire ngom. Mira wa dok kwere. Cheka kuli wa chang ni wa lenge style wa nu wa yue chi we ko manga. La pulugi ti ken to ma wuru ne okay. Chu ta mi chi wa yom. Cha we no tiga tingu chen na polo ki down ne go down tumo. Kero pe cha mu ken wa ma cha lu ti bulu mu ken. Eno ka ru ba ni mo ko ni wa no ke ke ma ti ka ma wa ba le wi wu.
Tagging go winnie dolo, tagging go winnie dolo. Winnie dolo. Tagging go winnie dolo.
Ma kumbere mi la nyanguni. Achuli ma kumbere ma neno chalu ki tiro ma ko ki parliament wen ti gipe. Achuli ma wakilu ki ma ki otwala tian ki ku rero pian ki ngeuni. Ena achuli ma kwiri. Ena kumbere wu neno ngo. Geno lo ene kumbi. Ena pe mo bi ye. Ngade mo tu ke waya. Ena we wanu ye me ber position ne. Per position ai to mariek. To ma ki logo logo da. Uganda ke logo logo da. Piki miri. Uganda ka yini kwiri mir ki negu ena we na la yo to kumbere. Uno mira wa team style mo to bula eni wan ma chalu tina chuli chilu diru wa ni bok finyu ping eno wa ta ne do pe wa lwenyi ko ngari mo be pe wa do ngari mo eno be yiru nyiri style mo makari yina nga bi ne gungi nyima chuli me kwa kija do me wunu nyang ma be ni na diru la nga chwalu kang wa be yiri style ma chuli yiru kitano kwere we wun ngar mo do no tek ful tiana ti boru ko mo ti boru ko mo ti boru ni wun be bu chero eno mi be wati gila chen danu chalu la nga gi ma po palo gi mo chamu kena ko ini ne ko piani meru le kamo o mi ngiri ti ne bilupi o be la nga we ru tiru ki ini tie ke bu bene ti da ngari
kan sari ko guga ino nyana tabira ba
an keda tok ga wulu kampala ka churi ma wao ngeri chunya pe yom to ati kinu tiana churi ma chwingi chwe adida adier ko na pia churi makani yar mo yo mo yape nem tala ti kin dan mo mer ki ken nye na ma chen me na churi si una me ti ki boru o wekto eni do be me kiki pe wa win wo da churi mo to eno mo ne be mo ti o me kiki ni wa yele me na dugi ko wo ruwa mala mal kai tawni di mo ma ini tiga tij kwere ni biko ni pikar malaj itawni kai tiga tij ke wiu pego mo pego biko ni metoro yer yene ngere ka ke wiu pego kere cha me to po gwa chi wiu pego ro mo go kini ni me lo Uganda chi a lo ma ke twe twi ka lo le lo twe twi na chuli no mi lo pe wan cha wa bor yano pm wa ya ki ka bir mo pare wa chi joli wu ke ngo ki dang kunu style ke ro joli wu kere mundo neno ala foya.
Thank you
very much, Honorable Ochora. I'm going to translate in just 30 seconds whatever he has said. He has said that as actually they did everything possible. Those ones who are talking nonsense about NUP, the so-called actual leaders and masquerading, the real actual leaders are here. Most of them were contestants for Member of Parliament. They decided to defeat them by using any means that you know that they use around the country here to make sure that these are the real leaders of actually don't go to Parliament so that you don't hear the truth like the one he has been saying about the situation in northern Uganda. And he says that those who are using the death of the Olanya to get political capital, to get positions, to get political fame, and to build a gorofa, that we are going to bury Olanya in the traditional way, and then we are going to use our traditional methods. Traditionally, the spirit is going to visit you and you're going to answer. So you better desist from associating NUP in your political games, in your businesses. You're looking for a gropher. Remove the name of NUP from your confusion. He says from here we are all going to escort the body of Olanya up to Omoro as Achole leaders, and we are going to give it a befitting send-off. Thank you very much. God bless you. One Uganda.
One people.
People power.
Our power.
Our power.
We are, of course, all of us Ugandans, and we are a people. We are all Ugandans, and we are what? People. We are a people. So we are a people, and we are people power, our power. I want to thank you very much. I want to thank you very much for that electrifying submission. I am looking forward to those who have been speaking broken Acholi to listen to the real Acholi that has been on this podium. And I thank you very much for fully representing. I heard you speak the native. I was following only the rhyme and the figure to know that you are telling them we know what you are doing. And I want to thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, for the interest of time, as you realize we are running out of time, let me invite our Secretary General to come and address us, and also request him to invite the Deputy President in the same respect to come and address us. Thank you.
People power, our power, NUP, everywhere. Now that our brothers and sisters from West Nile and Lango have not had a chance to speak, I'll have one group come and speak with me, and then the other group will come accompany the Deputy President. So, the Lango, Adonio Michael and your team, please come over. These guys have given an electrifying speech. I wish that man, Ochola, had repeated what he said in English, because people were clapping and happy. I did not know what they were, excited about. But Mama was translating some things for me, and so it is powerful. Ladies and gentlemen, Thank you so much, the press, for coming to be here today as we address the nation, especially about the situation in Karamoja, and of course, the situation about the death of the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Jacob Lokori Olanya. We had not had chance as a national platform to address the nation about it, although you've seen us take part in different activities, including signing the condolence book at Parliament, and many other things that we've done. We continue to mourn together with the nation for the passing of the Speaker, but most importantly, to say that the best thing we can do, we can learn out of this, is to improve the healthcare system in this country. This does not concern only the National Unity Platform, it does not concern any particular political party, but all Ugandans. Each one of us today may need to go abroad for treatment, but we're asking ourselves, why is it that these services are not here? Because as you all know, there are very, very few Ugandans who can afford to, fund themselves for treatment abroad. There are very, very few. And this is to you, the journalists, the lawyers, the doctors, everyone in this country. Some people say politics should be left to the politicians. Some people say, politics is a dirty game and all that kind of thing that the regime has tried to bastardize these particular issues that we talk about. But all of us know that if you got an accident in Gulu and you required oxygen or something like that, you might have to come up to Kampala to get some of these services. Many times we get people, when we had the height of COVID-19, had many people who needed ICU beds and they couldn't find them in their regions, and they had to bring them to Kampala, and by the time they go to Kampala, some were already dead. So it is important that from the Speaker's death, one of the most important things that we should learn, instead of blame games and all that, is how can we invest in healthcare in this country? How can we invest in education, in healthcare and other social services? And our president has written something which has come out in different papers, but is in today's Monitor. I encourage all of you to look at it. But he's pointing out the issue of the healthcare system in this country and some of the critical challenges that we have. You can imagine at a time when the regime is talking of spending 2.5 billion shillings for a burial, at the same time they are laying down healthcare workers because they are saying there's no money. And so you wonder what kind of country we live in. So it is extremely important that the people of Uganda demand for better. The Right Honorable Jacob Olanya, Mutebile, Katega and others should be the last prominent people to die abroad because we can afford these things. The money which the regime spends on the military, on patronage, Mama Lina, if today decided to cross, she will be given, last time they were offering you billions, you remember? They would spend billions on her in order for her, or even me or any other person, to leave NUP and join them, than spend that money on healthcare, on education, on infrastructure, and other social services. It was even shameful that they said, we are going to pass this money, and then before long we saw them saying they want to borrow it. They wanted to borrow it. So you can imagine what kind of country we live in. So that is the first thing we want to talk about. But the second one, our brothers and sisters from Karamoja, who are going through a lot of challenges, and we are glad that our leaders from Karamoja are here. And like they said, we thank the media houses which have tried to highlight the plight of the people of Karamoja. And as a national unity platform, this is something that we're taking very seriously. And I want to use this opportunity to say that those of you who have, clothes, whatever you have to donate to the people of Karamoja, please bring them here. And we are going to do a visit and go and deliver them. But also those who want to support them in all other ways, financial and otherwise, our teams will be there helping out our brothers and sisters in Karamoja, because what affects Karamojong is actually affecting the people of Buganda, the people of Ankole, the people of Ajuman, everywhere in West Nile, everywhere in this country. So we should not look at it as their problem. We should look at it as our problem, all of us as Ugandans. So I want to stand in solidarity with the people of Karamoja and to really say that we shall continue to stand with them until they also have their rights and freedoms. Briefly, I'll put these words in Luganda and then I'll invite the Deputy President to speak to us. Hello, tubaise, banamawulire, okogera ku nsonga bbiri. Ensonga ezo, there are other things that we would have loved to talk about, especially our mobilization activities and all that, but today we decided to focus on this. Twagadde kwogera ku nsonga bbiri, ekisooka batera nnyo okugamba nti NUP ya Buganda, NUP eri tribalistic, NUP biki? Naye leero abakulembeze baffe abamu bano tebawera na 1% y'abakulembeze baffe abali mu mambuka ga Uganda eyo. Leero tulina abantu bano abavudde Karamoja. Abakaramoja, please stand up again for recognition, especially those who are dressed in that attire. Bano bavudde Karamoja, abavudde Acholi, please stand up for recognition. Bano bavudde Acholi, as you can see. Tulina abavudde mu West Nile, from Arua, from Madiokoro, from Nebi, Ajumani, Moyo, all those. Thank you very much. Then we are here with our brothers and sisters from Langos Aboriginal. Kakati, abogere ebigambo ebyo bawasi batuufu era nga bwe mulaba tulina footprints zaffe eza National Unity Platform buli kitundu ky'eggwanga lino. Era bano bakulembeze baffe abamu, just like 1% of our leadership there. Naye tuli basanyufu nnyo nti bazze naddala okwogera ku nsonga bbiri. Esooka y'ey'okufa kwa eyabadde Speaker wa Parliament, Right Honorable Jacob Oulanyah, nti abamu bagezezaako nnyo okukozesa okufa okwo oba ekizibu ekyo okufunamu ebyabwe. Era muwulira n'okuwulira abagavumenti abagezaako oku-inflatinga oba okugamba nti kati mutuweeyo billions 2.5 tuziike ono omuntu. Ne weebuuza bano abantu, bo bantu ki abalaba ddiiru mu buli mbeera? Muno okufa abalaba mu ddiiru baba bagezaako okukola kaddiiru kaabwe awo. Naye era n'okwemfasizinga nti ekisingira ddala kye twali badde tujjamu mu nsonga eno kwe kutereeza ebyobujjanjabi mu Uganda. Nti omukulu oyo baamutwala ebweru ng'ali mubi nnyo, ng'ali mu stage bwe batyo batugamba. Naye ne bamutwala eyo, ebyatuukawo mwena mubimanyi. Naye njagala weebuuze gwe ng'omuntu, bannayuganda bameka abasobola okwafoodinga okutwalibwa ebweru w'eggwanga okujjanjabibwa? So kino si kya byabufuzi. Waliwo ababeereyo ne bagamba nti abo bali mu politics, bali mu politics. Naye njagala ogenda otunuulire bajeti ya eggwanga, olabe sente meka ze tuteeka mu magye, sente meka Museveni zaspendinga ku patronage. Nti leero bwe nsalawo nti kati nvuddemu NUP ngenze mu NRM basobola okumpayo akawumbi awo. Akamangu tomanyi wa gye kava. Deputy President waffe ono bw'asalawo nti kati mbeegaseeko bayinza okuggyayo obuwumbi 5 babumukube mu maaso. Ogambe bano abantu abagamba nti sente teziriiwo, ezo ze bakozesa okugulira abantu bazijjawa n'ebirala bwe bityo. Era abakulembeze baffe ab'enjawulo mubadde mubalaba bavaayo ne bagamba kati tugende tulumbe bakansala ba NUP ab'e Wakiso tubatemereyo kasente. Era ne mu councils zonna bali mugezaako batuukirira. Bamemba baffe aba Parliament n'abalala baba bagezaako batuukirira okulaba nga babagulirira. Naye ne bavaayo ne bagamba nti tebalina sente za kukola ku byobujjanjabi n'ebirala. So n'olwekyo mu kufa kwa omukulu Speaker tulina ekisingira ddala kye tulina okujjamu okulaba nti tutereeza ebyobujjanjabi mu Uganda. Uganda yasayininga kye bayita Maputo Protocol egamba nti 15% eya bajeti y'eggwanga yali badde egenda ku byobujjanjabi. Ate ekyo ndowooza kisobola okukikola okumakinga sure nti oli bw'alwala oba afunye kansa oba afunye obuzibu bwonna obulala asobola okujjanjabibwa, oba ali mu ggulu tulabe nti waliwo eddwaliro erisobola embeera ye, oba ali mu West Nile, oba ali mu Kigezi, oba ali wonna wali mu ggwanga lino okumakinga sure nti tulina obujjanjabi. Kyanaku nnyo nti abantu baffe babeera eyo nga beetaaga oxygen omuti ne bamutwala okuva Omoro nga balina omuleeta wano e Kampala. Kyanaku nnyo era mwabiraba mu biseera bya COVID ng'abantu abamu balina obavuga okuva ggulu okubaleeta eno. Bwe twali mu campaign trail, comrade waffe Kasiri Ashraf yafuna ekizibu ne bamukuba essasi ku mutwe, tear gas canister. Oba yali tear gas canister oba kyali ki, whatever projectile it was, tetwamanya kye bamukuba kyennyini. Naye bwe bamala okimukuba mujjukira bulungi ng'agenda ku ddwaliro ery'e Masaka. Ne balaba embeera ne bagamba ono tetumusobola namukwatako. Nga balina omusindika okuva e Masaka ng'atiriika omusaayi okutuuka wano e Kampala. Kati Katonda ye yakola ebibye na making sure nti teyafa ng'ali mu kkubo. So kyanaku nnyo kye tuyinza okuyigamu okusingira ddala kwe kulaba nga tuimprovinga ebyobujjanjabi. Ekisemberayo ddala y'ensonga gye tubadde twagala kwogerako y'abanaffe abava mu Karamoja, nti abantu abo nabo bannayuganda era ffenna tukimanyi nti bannayuganda beetaaga okuweebwa respect eyo. Abantu baffe abakaramoja bafa buli lunaku. Gavumenti bategezaako nnyo okumakinga sure nti ebintu ebyo tebivaayo, nti abantu tebabimanya nabimanya bigenda mu maaso. Naye ffe nga ba NUP tusazeewo nti tulabise embeera eyo, era nsanyuse nnyo abavudde Karamoja okulaba nga beebaziza pulezidenti waffe okuvaayo n'ayogera ku nsonga yaabwe ne gavumenti ne respondinga ne regime ne respondinga. Oba oli awo singa pulezidenti waffe teyawandiika ku nsonga ezo ne kati baali badde bagezaako nnyo okulaba nti abantu tebabimanya. Naye mulabye ekibaddeyo gyo Abim nga beekalakaasa, amagye ne poliisi ne bayiika okukwata ababadde beekalakaasa. Naye kati n'obuuza bano bavuddewa ate nga abantu be batta n'ebirala bo tebafiibwako mu mbeera bwetyo. Ate nga bwe bagambye waliyo ensonga z'amataka, land grabbing ng'ali waggulu nnyo, n'ebirala bye baze nga boogerako, ente zaabo zibba n'ebirala, ate abamu abatwala ettaka nga bali connected n'abanene mu gavumenti. Bwatyo bwe baze nga batugamba. N'olwekyo bannayuganda ffenna tulina okulaba nti twebeereramu, twongere okubanja ebintu eby'enjawulo, okwogera ku bintu ebiruma bannayuganda nga ebbeeyi y'ebintu eyeekanamye, ebbeeyi y'amafuta n'ebyo ebirala ebisuza bannayuganda nga tebeebase. So with those words, allow me to invite our Deputy President for Northern Region. We didn't hear any Langi on this platform. So maybe Comrade Dan, you're going to invite her in Langi.
Apoyo to 12. Secretary General, me party me NUP, me yakarani, me luong
Moyo, Yumbe, Koboko, Obongi, Madio Kolo, Aluru Belt, the Lubara Belt, Zombo. Are we all here? Amate waro diadi. Oritia. Apoyo Matek. The Secretary General here present, all the leaders from the great Northern region, and in absentia the de facto and de jure President of the Republic of Uganda, the Karamojong elders, on November 10th, 2020, while in Panyangara, Kotido district, named him Loringeteba. Loringeteba means the big bull in the kraal. That is his Karamojong name. And they have against anyone, so that your Father in heaven will forgive the wrongs you have done. We forgive whatever confessions somebody who has now departed stated in his campaign in view of the violations, the violence against us, attack on our offices, attack on these people, attack on us. Somebody accepted that he did it and wanted to be rewarded. So the gospel compels us to forgive, and we have entirely forgiven whoever meted violations and violence against us. And I start by acknowledging our candidate. Yes, he was the most arrested candidate and ended up his campaign bare feet. Your name?
Angunda Michael. I stood for the position of Chairman LC5 Arua District. Only candidate on this ticket.
Congratulations. And one whom we have struggled so much and released. I would like him to tell you his name.
My name is called Utele Walter, the coordinator from Yombe District. I stayed 1 year in jail. I was actually arrested when I was walking to meet a group, but the first case was inciting violence, but I was surprised in G1 that my case was amended to aggravated robbery, where I was taken for gun biometrics in so many places in Uganda. I came out on 22nd of October 2021.
So when I've been standing here telling you the brutalities that have been meted, and I would like also to recognize Lagu, with whom we buried people who were tied to the stone and thrown in the River Nile. He is here present.
Yeah, my name is Lagu Patrick, coordinator Madi Belt. We really suffered a lot. That people have been tied on dead body, we buried. There are others who have been shot.
Why were they thrown in the river?
Because they were our agents, foreign agents, and people wanted the declaration form, and they arrested them with the declaration form militarily, and they took the declaration form away. They dumped them in the water. Others up now they're still in prison. That he entered in someone's house, he stole money, but the truth is he was picking the declaration form. And so I called people, we should come together and support this one who's still in prison. It's called Onyemba Godfrey from Ajuman.
Yes, corroboration. You know, I would stand here and speak. Many of you would doubt. The body language was, here Mama really wants some mileage. At least today, the prayers have been answered. Thank you so much, SG, for giving us this platform. One, to demystify the fact that somebody has been saying there are no coordinators, there's no NUP in northern Uganda. No, in northern Uganda, with evidence, with the passion. Arrests and people tied to stones and thrown in the River Nile. Anyway, we have just read from the Bible. I want to thank all of you. And in the interest of time, we hear the cry from Karamoja. Nabelatuk is bleeding. Karenga is bleeding. Kotido is bleeding. Napak is bleeding. There is blood all over. This time it is not Alex or any of the NUP members from here alleging. This is with evidence and statistics. We hear you loud and clear. I want to thank each one of you, and I have so many of you were our flag bearers who were brutalized. Can I have the woman candidate stand up, please? Yes, she was sure to win, but the brutality went up to, it was targeting her mother. I thank you so much. I thank you. Yes. And then we're in solidarity with the Acholi team, where we are hosted, Chairman. You have still kept, it's the only sub-regional office which has survived in Gulu, but of course we are going to open the others. Of course, I recognize you. And we also have a substantive deputy spokesperson in northern Uganda. That is our flag bearer, Honorable Caesar Lubangakene. They are telling me immediately we leave from here, after the burial, we are holding our own press conference. We do not want the headquarters to be battered with our issues at the regional level. So I have a directive, and I have taken note of that. We will be hosting our own press conference to address a number of things in our office there. We are battling with a number of things, but we are standing up to it because we have seen our base. We have today brought to you in evidence, to the world in evidence, the presence of our leadership in northern Uganda, who have borne the brunt of brutality, who have borne the brunt of militarization, who have borne the brunt of wanting to buy them off. I want to congratulate all of you, and I want to thank each one of you for that resilience. In terms specifically of West Nile, we are a very resilient community. I come from there, although I'm now for northern Uganda. And I also know that we have an office which will soon be in place. It was a commitment and a donation from somebody in terms of making sure that NUP is visible. We are working on visibility. We are going to participate in the upcoming women and other elections. So, what is the meaning of all this in the interest of time? It's about solidarity. It's about being true to that thirst for change, that thirst for respect for human rights, that thirst for democracy, that thirst that enough is enough. Enough is enough. Not, I have always said we have never voted M7. We have always, it has been rigged all the time. But we are standing up to the fact that we are all up to reclaim our stolen victory. We are. And so we want to say, together we had our issues. When we were in labor, political labor, we may have used bad language, whether for headquarters or amongst each other. Today is the day we are saying, let's forgive. Let's forgive. We forgive you. Forgive me. No, that time in the political labor world, I was brutal. So I want you to forgive. Each one of you, please forgive me. Because I wanted us to deliver at all costs. And indeed, we actually delivered, except it was robbed. So I want to congratulate all of you because you won. Many of you, it was at the personal level, Caesar, all the candidates here, our flag bearers, many of you had to run out of the country, and I want to thank each person who supported in one way or the other, the media among others. So, the northern Uganda, today is a great day for us. Today is a day we have felt we are anchored and connected with the headquarters. You have made me very, very proud. Very, very proud. Headquarters, all we're asking is trust, even within our nothingness. Voice, inclusion. We are very proud to belong to this family. And we will be going together in trust, okay? So we take note of the fact that the communities have totally lost trust in this government, and we would like to ensure that we build on that. We are transformational. We are not transactional. You can see the people who are in transactional businesses, how they are continuing to press the panic buttons. So, on behalf of the team, Northern Uganda, we commit our continued unwavered support and contributions. Thank you so much, and we expect the next engagement will be in any of the sub-regions up Northern Uganda. Apoyo mate, awadifo, alakara noi.
Awadifo, lubara tisimayori, orichea. Be men tiri kanpale te ma bileyo, anjonjo, amba ambayo. they report the election. Ali Fidialo Pericaliasia Arua district. President Chakulanye Akara Esu vote Alif Waziri Toroazia Kaliaza Diazia. And somebody who has stayed in the power for who was in it say Buvui Ebiadi or Pirmaria Cheli Kalisu or Esu vote Elif Khalid na by a thing a number. I was in area Romaria issue Ali Foromi, Turozi, Kadiasa Nazia, Erengeri Lacy, Iri Masuru, Lopara, by West Nayari, Poliama, Dikako Sabuni Bar, Sling Ali Faro, or those Sling Ali for Mudri, I Sling Ali Faro. My report election refer Secretary General Mikri. Our reform, people power, our power. How I wish I could talk for one whole day.